What am I most proud of about my hair? It's vibrant, at times it can be juicy. It's just an expression of who I am. Curly hair needs recognition. Curls are just so cool because they have a mind of their own. Curly hair needs to be seen. Curls need moisture. They need to have a bounce. They need to not be judged.
Hi, my name is Nigel Maynard, Editor-in-Chief of DSN's Inside Beauty, and welcome to our new video series where we interview the leaders in the beauty space. Our very special guest today is Tia Mowry, who you should recognize from her starring role in the sitcom Sister Sister and in other shows like The Game and Family Reunion. Tia, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. It's so funny whenever I hear people talk about the shows that I've done. It's crazy. I'm like, wow, I've really been in this game for a minute.
Now, most people know you as an actress, but you're also an entrepreneur. You have a new hair care line, For You by Tia, that just landed exclusively at Walmart, right?
Yes.
What inspired you to launch a hair care line?
Oh my gosh. I'm going to try to make this short but sweet. I usually talk about 4 pillars or things that I feel like are my purpose and my passions. Number 1 would definitely have to be representation. I understand the benefit, the power of representation. I feel like when you see it, you be it. And I just feel that ever since I was a little girl, I really didn't see any representation when it came to beauty. You know, the images, the visuals, the conversations, the celebrations usually stemmed from European standards, meaning, you know, women with straight hair, fair, light-skinned, or just, you know, fair women. And I just didn't really see myself represented at all. So I wanted to celebrate women of color, women of diversity, women with kinks, coils, and beautiful hair textures. For so long, I feel like we weren't a part of that conversation. So I definitely wanted to change that narrative. Yeah. Another thing that is really important to me is community. And with this brand, I really wanted to capture that. The Instagram community, actually, when Instagram first hit the scene in 2012, is what really made me kind of change my perspective when it came to really from an authentic standpoint, embracing my hair. There was this huge kind of big chop movement that was happening where a lot of women who, you know, had curly hair that were born with, you know, beautiful kinks and coils and textures, were straightening their hair, whether it was, you know, perming it out, putting their hair in lots of weaves where it was messing up, you know, their edges. And this was me, you know, I'm saying that I was a part of this group of people, but I saw on Instagram this amazing community that stood up for themselves and said, you know what, no more. We are no longer going to try to be someone other than ourselves, meaning trying to fit into some sort of societal standard in what people said was beautiful. So I cut my hair off and started it, you know, from scratch, meaning just started to really embrace and nurture my curls. So community is really important to me. And so I wanted to just celebrate that as well. Because I feel like, you know, I'm all about inspiring and encouraging and encouraging people to live in their authenticity. Because I feel like where there is authenticity, there is magic. So community is another reason I launched this line. I'm a mother. And since becoming a mother, so the next thing is family to me. It was very important for me to, I started to notice that, you know, I wanted, whenever I would turn a bottle around, whether I was eating, you know, something or whether I was putting it on my body, I wanted to recognize those ingredients. I wanted it to be, or I wanted to see something that I, you know, knew and I understood. So I wanted to launch a hair care line that focused on safe, clean, and natural ingredients. So I feel like that is really the superpower, I guess, of my brand, and that kind of separates us from the pack. Is we have natural and clean ingredients within our and safe within our products. The other reason why I wanted to launch this is because accessibility is really important to me. I feel like everybody deserves to have a luxury product or a luxury brand that is high performing, that is also affordable. And I feel that there just aren't a lot of products like that on the market. So those are I would say, like the four reasons on why I decided to launch For You by Tia.
Yeah. Now you mentioned affordability, and which I'm going to jump to a question that I had later on, but you're exclusively at Walmart. How did that
Yes.
partnership come about?
That partnership came about, I will have to say, beautifully. I had worked with Walmart um, several times for several years. So there were people that were in-house that were very familiar with my passions and things that are just really passionate about. And so it was really, someone from the in-house that was a fan of my movement and a fan of what I was doing, especially for when it came to representation in my community. I'm a huge just believer in just speaking for, bringing awareness and standing up for to my community and my culture. And they were like, we want to work with you, we want to work with Tia, and we feel that the things that she's passionate about, we are also passionate about. Walmart understood my passion for accessibility. Walmart really understood my passion for family and sustainability. And just clean ingredients. They were really wanting to move into that direction. And then also, I will never forget hearing this for the first time, where they were embracing me, being the founder of this beauty brand. And I was like, yes, finally, this is awesome that you have this huge retailer that really is meaning what they say or putting action behind what they say. And to be honest with you, that was the first retailer that I have ever worked with that were pushing that narrative. So that's how everything, came about. And with me, the more you get to know me, I'm all about purpose, right? Everything that I do, it just really has to be purposeful. And again, there's that representation. When women see women that look like them and moving into a space that they thought that it could never be or never happen, there's this inspiration that comes. There's this, wow, like if she can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, we have a lot of people who follow us who would love to work with Walmart, a lot of
Yes.
founders. And how would you advise them to prepare to launch with a major brand, major retailer like Walmart?
Yeah. I believe it starts with kind of like what I just said, kind of how I developed a friendship with them, a working relationship, should I say, with them. It's all about building rapport, right? Also, when you're working with huge retailers, they really want to know that you are going to support them and that you are going to support your brand and be consistent with it and be hardworking. Meaning, we have social media, right? There's this beautiful, amazing platform that can sometimes be, oh my God, you're like, I need to disconnect. But at the same time, it is so incredibly powerful. So really start to utilize, build, grow a community, an audience, start speaking to that audience from an authentic standpoint. Start building small relationships with Walmart. And that's what I did. I've been working for and with Walmart, I want to say for maybe 6 years.
Okay.
Yes. So it's again about first of all, being true to yourself, and then creating content that celebrates that authenticity, and then start building a rapport and a working relationship with the retailers that you potentially want to work with, and then let them know how consistent you are, how hardworking you are about supporting yourself first, right? Because in order for people to believe in you, you have to believe in yourself first, and then start supporting the retailer in any kind of way that you can. And
Yeah.
that's basically how it evolved. And again, my authenticity and the things that I align with really matches what they're aligning with, and where they want to go. And so I believe that's why and how this partnership became such a beautiful one. Yeah. So
Okay. Now, you mentioned social media. So I'm just going to
yeah.
focus on Instagram for a second, because
Okay.
you have about 12 million followers on Instagram alone, right? So
Yeah.
how do you connect the brand with your followers on Instagram?
How I connect the brand with my followers is just living out my true authentic self and my authentic life, meaning use the products and use the or just the brand in general in an authentic way and how I use them, and then capture that. Does that make sense? Like actually capture my lifestyle using the brand. For example, the whole family uses it. And so
Yeah.
I'm not just going to focus just on myself. I'm going to show how I use the product on my children's hair. Cairo, Cree, I just posted a wash day video on my Instagram, and how we actually use the products. I also had myself in the shower. Like some people were like, and I was washing my hair. Some people were like, Tia, really in the shower? Like, I'm like, what else would I wash my hair? I'm gonna wash my hair in the tub. What am I gonna do? So, but my point, I mean, some
Right,
people wash
so
their
that
hair in
you're
the tub.
committed
Okay,
to the
no,
brand, right? So.
yes, it shows you that. But not only that, like I was saying, I think for me, where I thrive in loving what I do is when I'm being myself and I'm being true to, myself. So I would wash my hair in the shower.
Okay.
But basically just utilizing the brand, showing how I would use the brand, or my own products, and capture that,
Yeah.
and if some people resonate with it, great. And if some people don't, that's great too. But as long as I am, being myself.
So the line is created for curly hair ranging from 2A to 4C. Now,
Yes.
can you tell our viewers what that means? And to put it in context, tell us how you define your curls.
Yes. So it was very important for me to simplify my hair care journey. Or not only that, I had done lots of research, speaking to many women who have curly hair, who have different textures, and they also were like, we need to simplify this. Like this is it just having, curly hair, it could be overwhelming at times. So it was a goal of mine to create some sort of formula that worked for a wide range of hair textures, as opposed to having different products for each hair texture, or hair texture. For example, growing up, there were a lot of, not a lot, but I had, we have brothers and sisters that have curly hair, and we each have different hair textures. So we would have like 20 or 40 different products around the house, products that wouldn't even get used. You know what I mean? So it was wasteful, it was overwhelming. So I wanted to come up with a formula where I could just use one brand or one product that I know would work well on my hair, my son's hair, and my daughter's hair. And we all have different hair textures. So there's a lot of different hair textures in the household, or, curly patterns, that I, wanted just to have one product to simplify the whole routine. How I define my curl texture, or whether it's 2A to 4C, is the porosity of my hair, meaning how my hair grabs and takes on and holds on to moisture. My hair texture loves moisture. And then what I tend to do to even hold in that moisture, and that's why I wanted some sort of oil within the line, I'll finish off my my hair routine with the oil. And I do that with pretty much both of the kids, Cree and Cairo. But that's basically how I define my hair texture or my curl pattern and my hair type is just how my hair holds moisture and how long it takes my hair to dry. My hair dries pretty quickly and fast. But, you know, the thing that I love about For You is I feel like, number one, we all have different curl patterns, even in one head. You know what I mean? Like I can have looser curls up here and then tighter curls back there. So again,
Yeah.
how cool of it is to have one product that can just, you know, deal with all of that.
Yeah.
But the thing that was really important, huh?
I was gonna say, my wife is the same way. Certain parts of her hair, some parts are curly and some parts aren't as curly.
Exactly. So to have one product that is speaking to all of the different hair textures, I think again separates us from the pack from a lot of other brands that, you know, are out there. We are very intentional when it comes to that. But then of course some people don't really know, you know, what their hair texture is or pattern is. And so it was really important for me to provide some sort of educational you know, page when it came to our hair. So if you go to, you know, the website or even on our Instagram handle, we're constantly educating people about, you know, porosity, asking questions about their hair, sharing stories, because I think, you know, in order for you also to have a great experience with your hair, you have to understand your hair.
Yeah. Okay. Now you talked about ingredients earlier in the conversation, but I wanted to switch gears and talk about it a little bit more. Because I
Sure.
understand there's a patented ingredient in the formula. Can you talk a bit more about that?
Yes. So it's called Hemi 15, hemisqualane. And basically it is a natural ingredient. And I feel like this is the hero ingredient, the superpower, should I say, within the whole entire line. So you have Hemi 15 in the conditioners, in the gel, in the leave-in curl cream, and in that multi-use hair oil. The reason why this ingredient is just so, I feel like it's a game changer, is it's a great replacement for silicone, right? So silicone was being used in a lot of products to help with anti-frizz, to help with shine, but it's not necessarily good for your hair or good for you. So, but many people want, you know, they want to have the anti-frizz or the shine in their hair. So what ingredient could we use to basically give people what they want and consumers what they want that is a natural and safe ingredient? And that is Hemi 15.
Okay.
I love it as well because it is a moisturizing ingredient without weighing the hair down. So it adds and gives your hair moisture, but it's not weighing your hair down. It's not too heavy, which I absolutely love. I love, you know, for my curls to be free and carefree. And the Hemi 15 definitely does that. And Hemi 15, just with one use, you know, there's efficacy behind our brand, meaning it's been tried and it's been tested. Just after one use, you will see some sort of benefit from the ingredient with your hair. So this line is not just, again, everything that I do, it's about purpose and it's purposeful. This line just isn't about looking and feeling good. I mean, we all want to look good, you know, and feel good, but this line is also about wellness, meaning as you are doing your hair, you're, you know, it's helping your hair at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Okay. All right. So final question. What is next for the brand? What's next for you?
Well, first and foremost, we definitely want to continue to focus on our formulas. So you're not going to see, any new sort of product right out of the gate, right? Usually, sometimes when you see, or some will think to go straight to, okay, the brand is doing well. Let's come out with some more things, But that's not what we're all about. We're all about, or me in particular, just making sure that we continue to work on the formulas, make these formulas the best that they can be, find some tweaks in there if there need be. But of course, constantly listening to the community and listening to the consumers. So continue to just refine, what it is that we already have going. But of course, eventually later on down the road, I do want to expand in, some other, or to expand and add, some other things to the line. I already have some ideas. But for me, it's about just making it global. Again, it's about accessibility to me. I want everybody to be able to enjoy and be able to use these products. I want to see us in other retailers. I want to see us around the world.
Yeah.
I always get so excited when I see people on Instagram and they're like, oh my gosh, can I get this in the UK? Or, can I get this in Canada? So I'm manifesting that we will continue to just grow and evolve when it comes to accessibility, meaning people can afford it, but not only that, be able to get the product in their hands. And then who knows, maybe come out with some accessories and some tools. So we'll see.
Okay, great. Tia Mowry, thank you so much for talking to Inside Beauty. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having me. And thank you so much for just bringing awareness to the brand. So thank you.
All right, and good luck with it.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.